There is nothing more true than the laughter and joy of children. In 2010, Kenyans passed a new constitution. This was after 20 years of agitating for an overhaul of the independence constitutional dispensation. The Kenyan Constitution in Article 43 not only grants that every person has the right to education, but in Article 53 specifies that all children have a right to basic education.
Where is your money? Where is your money? In my pocket. In my pocket.
The Mathare slums are located along Thika Road near Utalii Hotel. It is the second largest slum in Kenya with an estimated population of between 600,000 to 800,000 people. Because of the congestion, survival is a daily battle of the residents against the backdrops of diseases, crime, prostitution, and lawlessness. Most residents are engaged in small-scale petty businesses, either in their 6x8 makeshift housing structures or on narrow, open, raw sewer-filled alleyways. It would take a miracle for these hand-to-mouth investments to blossom into big-time businesses. However, the manner in which the slum dwellers carry on with their life is awe-inspiring and remarkable.
My name is Barak Ouno. I'm the project manager for Compassion Mathare. I just want to give a brief history about Hope Compassion. Hope Compassion is a rescue center which was initiated in the year 2006, mainly to provide complementary and continuing education for Mathare slum children, and also it provide sustainable nutrition for Mathare slum children. HCC, that is the abbreviation for Hope Compassion Center. Since its beginning, we have tried to work with children, and I can just when we were starting, we started with around less than 100 children, and currently the number has grown to 268. And our main vision is to promote child right approach to education. And
Landed by farmers for the
besides that, during our operation here in Mathare, we are faced with various challenges like water and sanitation. We find that children who we are working with in Mathare, sometimes they have difficulty in getting clean water because we don't have a school running water, and also we don't have toilets for the children. We only have one community toilet that serves the whole area, so it becomes difficult for the young ones to access the toilet. The second challenge that we are having is that the structure of the school is constructed using old iron sheet that normally leaks during rainy season, and this one normally affect the children during their normal learning activities.
The Palms of Help organization, also known as the PHO, is a non-governmental organization whose core principle is empowering those who are ready to be empowered.
The main objective should be to alleviate poverty among the disadvantaged groups. We have in that group the women, the youth, the refugees, and all these people. And also we have other objectives which follow the main objectives, like reaching out to the children, helping them, in respect of their welfare, providing food for them and stuff like that. Because even under the current constitution, I think should be under Article 56, children, they are a special category, and they also have rights, like basic rights, like a right to health, nutrition. They've got a right to basic education.
Charles Mutigo, the deputy head teacher for Hope Compassion Center. The school does not have enough learning facilities to support our programs, whereby we realize that the teachers are even sharing books, and even the students don't have enough books for reading. We also have a problem with infrastructures, especially the desks, the blackboards for teachers' use. We realize the students are even others sitting on the floors, others being squeezed on one desk. We should cater for 3 pupils, is catering for 5 and even 6 pupils on one desk, and this one makes learning very hard. The school also lacks the permanent building, whereby you realize that it is in a rented place and the owner might change their mind, so the continuity or the progress or expansion of the place becomes very hard. So that is also a challenge. We also lack the feeding program to our students, and this brings us to a problem whereby pupils cannot stay in the class when they are hungry, being the fact that this is a rescue center which only deals with the needy pupils, and the needy pupils cannot afford even get breakfast or get their lunch. So when they are in school, instead of being helped, realize that they are in a problem. So the school undergoes various challenges that really affects them, simply because as a teacher, you need to concentrate on teaching and also ensuring that you bring the students to the right channel. But because of lack of feeding, you realize that some children absent themselves, others even come in the morning and they run away to go back to the garbage collection so that they are able to cater for themselves for lunch. We also realize that we lack the recreational facilities, whereby one of our objectives was to provide or to promote talents of the slum children, but because of lack of the resources that can help us build their talents, especially like games, really that we lack even the balls to play with, especially when we are performing something like drama, songs, we are not able to cater for this.
Kuishi ndani ya maji, akiona binadamu kuzama ndani ya maji.
Last year, through our friends, we met Palms of Help who visited us, and we discussed with them, we shared with them some of the challenges that we are undergoing, and among them was about the girl child problem. Before the Palms of Help came in, our girls were facing a very big challenge. This is when they were approaching their periods. Really, some of them were even missing their classes until they recover is when they could come back. Others were even using rags to help themselves, and this was really endangering them.
My name is Becca Tikoti. I'm in class 8. But the way I is that we don't have enough textbooks. When that we need sanitary pads. In school we have used all that. That may not be free. And in compound, as we don't have any compound for them, it take us meters to reach the playground here 2 kilometers from our school. In toilets, we just walk from here to the down so that we can make ourselves.
Zahinda Chinda, chairman of Palms of Help organization. Palms of Help organization is a non-profitable organization who has objective of alleviate poverty among the disadvantaged community, and also has a mission to provide assistance to vulnerable children, women and children. This organization too came to existence when it's all about what we really feel inside. Like myself, I always dreamt about helping people because I hate when I see like this inequality in this society. That's why I've decided to do something about it. But it's not just good to observe, look at what is going around without doing nothing. At least it is better to do your part, and others will do theirs, and then the result will be positive. That's why, since I knew that I can't do it by myself, I need others' support, because when we are many, we are more stronger than when we are alone. That's why I started choosing some people and started sharing my dream.
Now, this organization was formed in 2nd February 2012. The founder is one Zahinda Chihinda. And I remember when I first met him, he was actually introduced to me by one of the brothers from church. And he came to my office and he told me like he had a passion for helping people, particularly needy people. And he told me that he didn't know how to go about it. So we talked at length after several meetings. I remember advising him that, of course, he has a constitutional right under the current constitution to form any kind of an organization which he wants. And I think under Article 36 of the Constitution, I told him that time, we have what is called freedom of association, whereby any person can actually form an association. And he told me that he wanted one, but then getting the funds was a big problem, and he didn't know the kind of an organization he could form. And of course, I told him we have charitable institutions in Kenya, we have non-governmental organizations in Kenya, and he said he was comfortable with non-governmental organization, and I told him that is, it's a good idea.
PHO is striving to assist these children, as well as the owners of the school, fulfill their dreams by reducing the number of children on the streets. However, they have not been able to complete the splitting of classes. This is making learning a little complex for the students.
Okay, since we've noticed that they need less, we have decided to provide food, but we couldn't continue because of lack of enough funding. But they still have too much need. They need sanitary towels for the girls, they need textbooks, they need uniforms, and so many other things. Then we came up with that idea of also providing to them also sanitary towels. And since also they have other individual problems like their sexual, like for girls, their sexual harassed from their homes, then we came up with that idea of counseling. We also provide counseling, and prepare them for how to take care of themselves and protect themselves and to behave towards also boys and men.
John Buru is my name, and I work with Palms of Help organization as a treasurer. What has really brought us here today is because we are here to help the children of Hope Compassion Center. One of our aims, and in fact the aim of Palms of Help organization, is to help adult women and children. And we are here today to help the children of Hope Compassion Center. One of the challenges, as you can see here, that they had was a leaking roof. They had a very huge leaking roof where the water was coming into their books, into the school. They could not concentrate during the rainy season. So we are here to help them fix their roof so that they can be able to study well, they can concentrate, and they can focus on their studies. We began this morning by destroying, as you can see, the old roofs, and we are trying to fix the new roof and put the poles so that they can be able to have a good environment for them to study.
We can only eat what we can chew. And once we fell in continuing with the feeding program, I've decided to do something more important, like the roofing, because we have noticed that their roofs are leaking. And even if they have textbook, even if they have everything, but as long as when it rains, they cannot continue studying because they have to stop everything. Then we decided just to start by at least replace their roof. That is what is going on here. And we thought that by doing this, at least we can succeed to sustain them at school. That's why we have tried to gather what we could gather. We tried to ask for contributions from some people, and then we raised a certain amount of money and from our pocket so that we can at least achieve this, what you are seeing around. At least today and tomorrow we are expecting to see these kids participating enough, at least affordable level of education. But we are expecting to do more if we get enough support, if we get enough assistance from anyone who is willing to share this dream and this noble cause of ours.
Currently, PHO is rebuilding the roof of Hope Compassion Center. We are also partitioning each individual classroom so that the students can have a proper learning space. And in the coming weeks, we are also buying some textbooks for the children. We notice that these children are sharing books in the class, so there are not enough books to go around. So we are going to buy for them textbooks for them to study, and we are also taking care of the girls by getting for them sanitary towels. We want to avoid the girls missing classes. We want full attendance for them, and this is what our budget can accommodate. So this is what we are doing currently, and we hope to do better as the months go by.